like who has 4 or 5 years of experience joining as an SD1, but mostly people who have less than 3 years of experience can join as an SD1. If you are from different fields, say non-CS field, electronic or mechanical, or even uh, biology, or even BCom, you can target SD1 as an entry point, and you can, like, the expectation here is pretty low, so you can it will be easy to crack this interviews. So yeah, so this is an SD1. SD1 mostly focus on problem solving and DSA. uh, Basically you have to do lead code, nothing else. Understand data structure algorithm, do lead code, things are done. And the final round is managerial and behavioral round. Pretty you'll ask pretty standard questions. So every company has something called their leadership principle, or something called their vision statement. You have to go through it, and most of the problems are asked around it, giving a situation that in this situation what you will do. So that is a managerial round. SD2 is suitable for 3 to 6 years of experience. At many companies, this could go to 8 years of experience. For example, at Salesforce, you could be SD2 at 8 years. At Amazon, you could be SD2 to up to 8 years. You will be asked problem solving and DSA. Level will be quite harder than SD1. And one thing which comes into the place is that system design. System design is to basically, you can understand system design as an art, where a person is able to craft a new system from scratch, which is scalable, available, and other aspect of the system should be there. So there is a system design interview. And fourth is a managerial round. Managerial round remain the same. It is to find the right fit for the company and for the candidate also. Moving to the third round, SD3. More than 8 years of experience is the requirement for SD3. You will be having a problem solving round, which is considerably easy in comparison to SD2. There will be code review round also. You can choose whether you want a problem solving round or code review round. Then there will be a system design round. There will couple of system design round. There could be there, like, scope of the problem statement was quite changed, because SD3 is responsible to influence multiple projects at a time. So scope of those problems will be quite high. Fourth round will be the leadership round, and thereafter there could be multiple round, like round with the principal engineers, round with the directors. They usually check your skill set as well as your ability to deliver something as an SD3 level. So I'll cover this SD1 to SD2, SD3. These are the mostly targeted audience which we have right now. So yeah, so this is the thing. Now I will focus on, as a fresher or as anyone who are looking to find a job opportunity, how you will build your resume, how you will develop your network also. So yeah, next thing is that how to build your resume. First of all, which I see generally is that people apply for all the roles, and they completely spam the folder of hiring manager, recruiter, or even systems also. So always thinking the point that whether you as a person is able to satisfy the skill set or not. So if you will open any Google opening, there will be two sections which is mentioned. One is called minimum qualification, and second is called preferred qualification. If you are not matching any of the minimum qualification, there are high chance that you will not be selected for those openings. And this and even the person will not check it. The system will already scan your resume and check whether this is the minimum qualification, and your resume is not satisfying it. I'll not go to, like, accept that resume. So understand that if companies demand something, they need it. So always figure out whether you provide have those minimum qualification. And there is preferred qualification. Preferred qualification is that if a candidate having those skills will be preferred in comparison to those people who do not have those skills. So try to match most of the preferred qualification in your resume. So you have to figure out how you will put it into the resume. First of all, like, you can put it in your experience section, your skill set section, or your in your previous project. Figure out those things and build your resume on that. Second thing is that having a good project. If you are starting fresh, like if you are starting your career, you are complete freshers, the way to show your skill set is to show them a good project. Good project should be live, should be working live, uh, and should have open GitHub repository, and person can look into it. One of the problems I see with the people is that whenever I open a GitHub repository, I see thousands of line of code done in a single commit. I'm pretty sure that person is not very like interested in software engineering, because how can you make a single commit of that size in a repository? So do follow those practice from the day one when you start the project. Prefer to have a live project, prefer to solve a problem which is not solved, prefer to launch a solution to actual user. Okay. Third thing is that if you are targeting big FANG companies, Facebook, Meta, Google, Amazon, Apple, the recruiter want to know that if the recruiter give you the chance, you will be able to crack it. Why it is important? Because the conversion rate is less than 1%. Means if 100 people are getting an opportunity to get interviewed at Google, less than 1%, like statistically less than 1% will be able to crack the interview. So they want to know whether if anyhow if we, I'm going to give you the chance to get an interview, then they will be able to crack the interview.
Hi Raviraj, you're not audible.
Hmm. Sorry, there was a network issue. I'll again share my screen. Okay, fine. We were on the resume review. Okay, so I have already shared that what how to measure the skill set in the openings, how a good project could help, and how showing whether you are able to crack the interview really helps. And we were on the final point, using ATS tool. There are online ATS tools which are available. I think Coding Ninja also provides services on that. You can connect with them. So building a right resume is very important, at least for the freshers, because people will not give you opportunity until unless you fall into that bucket where you sort of satisfy all the conditions. Okay. Moving to the like how to get an interview. That is one of the biggest thing for the freshers. So I'll be focusing on that. Build your network. LinkedIn is very important. Doing LinkedIn, communicating over the LinkedIn is very important. Build your network in the way that you have network connects who are mostly recruiter than hiring managers and HRs than SDs. Most of us, what we do is that we focus in building person who can give you the referrals. Will send the request to the people who can give the referrals, and that can help. So it's better to directly reach out to the recruiter who will make the final call to offer you an interview than to an SD to get the referral. So always try to reach out to the recruiter with certain set of messages that what you want or what do you need. Do not send a long message, no one is going to read it. Just give 2 3 key messages. uh, what you can use is that there is online tools like even chat gpt can help you in writing a cold mail. You can send those cold mail to the recruiter, and there are chances that things will happen with you. You will get the response. One thing which we already discussed is that building a promising resume really helps for the freshers. Third thing is that having a good project and on your resume. What you can also do is that share your projects on the LinkedIn, which really helps in getting attention from other people's. Many of the GitHub repository which are very popular started with a single person doing the projects. And third, last thing is that if you are stuck in any part of your process of you are not getting interview, or you are not able to crack those interviews, or you are stuck in your projects, find the right mentor. Find the right mentor, take the help. It's not worthy that you spend years stuck at some place or months stuck at some place. Get someone who has resolved those issues and who are ahead of those times. Learn from them and start implementing. That really helps. Okay, so this is on how to get the interview. Now I'll move to my interview experience at Amazon and Google. I applied at Amazon as an SD1. At that time, I was having a year of experience. I like before that I was working at Global Logic as an SD1 only. So how the interview process is that there's a qualifying round, which is online assessment round, which is of 90 minutes, and you have to solve two problems in that 90 minutes. uh, by surprise, you will get those questions on lead code. There's a discussion portal on lead code. Most of the question will be there. You can go through them and you can easily solve them. I still remember one problem was from priority queue and one was from a DP. The question problems are not that hard, easy. You will be able to crack it. Thereafter, the main round is only DSA round, and there's a like hiring manager round, which is the behavioral round. In that also they ask DSA problems. So my first round was a DSA where I was asked two problems. Both were of medium priority, medium lead code difficulty. Similarly, round two was on the DSA. I have shared the topics like priority queue, BFS, ad hoc, maps, and easy DP. Amazon do not ask hard DP problems, but they prefer to ask easy DP problems. Third round was hiring manager round, which was like uh, a question on my resume, what actually I did, what was my team doing, and how I impacted the final product. This was a thing, and there was a problem statement after that, which was very easy problem, and there was a bar raiser round. So every interview there is a bar raiser round. A person who is not from the hiring team take that interview. I was asked ad hoc problem and then certain question on operating system, which is very popular, like SEMA for Mutex and everything. Because I was SD1 and just passed out from the college, I was asked this question, but I do not see the same trend when you have some experience. They ask academic questions. So for cracking SD1 role at any bank, you have to just do DSA, data structure and algorithm, nothing more. Behavioral thing you can cover into one day, but just focus on data structure and algorithm. Uh, so this is one thing. Your project will not help you much into the interview, but it can help you in getting the interview. So build the project to get the interview, do DSA to crack the interview. So DSA, there are already online tools, online applications, there are courses, there are a lot more things which are available. So there is no lack of resource in any domain, even system design domain. I don't think lack of resources there. I'll move on strategy, how to prepare for SD1. Learn data structure and algorithm. That is a basic thing. I hope you are like you know at least one of the language. If not, choose one of the general programming language. General programming language, you have Python, C++, Java, types, JS, any framework, JS. JS is is quite good right now. They like the use of JS is increasing because it has a front end as well as back end technology. So you need to know one language to do both the things. So JS, any general purpose language, you take one. Like learning a language takes generally 30 to 40 days, then move into the DSA. Then do problem solving. Simple. Start with doing lead code, easy, medium, hard problem. And when you are targeting certain company, do company specific problems. So lead code has those sections also where there's a company tag and the problem is attached to it. So you can find out like what are the problem which companies asked. It will help you in understanding the flavor of the problem. For example, at Meta do not ask hard problem. They ask easy problem that you have to solve within 45 minutes. You can face two or more than two problems to be solved in 45 minutes. So you have to be very fast in coding. You have to be very fast in analyzing the problem and identifying right data structure and algorithm and implementing it. Last thing, practice mock interview. The one thing which people do not do is that they do lead code. They have very good matrices over the lead code, but they do not do mock interview. Problem with that is that while doing lead code you do not speak. Right now in the interview you are expected to type the code, at the same time you have to explain the code, which is not like easy, because when you type you will forget to speak out. When you speak out you forget to type. and that while speaking and doing coding, there are chances you will you will miss some bugs. So important is that to practice it. Get help from your team or get help from your friends who can take your interview. That is more sufficient for SD1 at least. They can help you out. Okay. Now moving to Google interview experience. So at Google, like the threshold to be to get a offer is quite high, like significantly high. The problem statements is pretty hard. System design is pretty hard. HLD is pretty hard, and everything is pretty hard. So they start with the phone screen, where which is of 45 minutes, where you will be asked one problem you have to solve in the optimal manner, and you have to give a dry run and test cases and everything. One thing which Google also asks is to write a unit test also. Need to know how to write a unit test. This is a qualifying round. Thereafter, the main interview round started. Round basically DSA, DSF is low level design, Google Images, and HLD. DSA same thing. They ask harder question on the same topics like DP hard, tries hard. So they ask harder problem. And second thing which come there is the system design. System design is also like okay, the system design, there's two parts, HLD and LLD. LLD is mostly focused on class level design, yeah, API level design or database modeling. High level is more like interaction between multiple components. So you have to cover both at that level. When I joined Google, I was having experience of I think 4 years. So yeah, so at that level it is expected. And if you are working in a big companies where you are working with the product or system daily basis, you will know most of the things. You will know trade-offs. You will know when in which scenario, what database you will use, what compute system you will use. I'll talk about system design later. Googliness round. Uh, I was asked a situational based question where I have to handle escalation. For example, my team missed the delivery timeline. How you will handle those escalation? Uh, how to like when systems like people are down, how to give them motivations. So this type of question is pretty standard. You will find this answer onto the internet. Simply, I went with reading Google statement, Google vision, and everything, and this was more than sufficient. Moving to the next round, next thing, how I crack SD3 in Google. It was system design plus DSA, nothing more. System design plus DSA means you have to cover two subjects: data structure algorithm and system design. We have covered data structure algorithm, and I believe like there's nothing which is not talked about in data structure algorithm. Already, all the things are available in online. Maybe it may take time for you to create your personal roadmap because everyone has a different learning curve, but all the resources are available on internet on data structure algorithm. System design, I consider there is a gap that people are still trying to cover, but I think then also there are a lot more books, a lot more things which you can read about system design. And if you are working professionally in a good company, you will be aware of multiple things about system design which is needed. So how to prepare about system design? Basically, clear a basic concept like uh, given a use case, what you will use. For example, you need a very fast read. You could use cache. So these things should come into your mind. If I want to use cache, what is the trade-off? What is the con side of it? What is the cost side of it? What is okay, if a cache is down, how will you handle the system? Is there any single point of failure? So this type of basic concept you need to be very sure about it. Given a scenario, your mind should come with those intuition. Okay, I can use ABC system, I can use PQRS system. Okay, and this will come with the time. It will not that you will read caching and on the first day you will say, okay, I will use cache. Okay, similarly with the database, when to use NoSQL, when to use SQL. Okay, NoSQL, when to use cause base, you should use document DB, when to use DynamoDB. This type of things will come into your mind when you read about those things. Second thing, if you have done your basic concept is very clear, start reading research paper. For example, how Discord scale their system. Discord has changed their database 3 times in 2 years. So why they have to change it? What was the problem with them? How Twitter scale their count system? Basically, retweet count system, like system. Uh, then third thing is that if you are working in a good company which has which has good problem to solve, design a real system that really helps. because you right now you will be talking about it, but in the real world you will be doing about it. Say you have built the system, brainstorm with your peers, with your colleagues who will like, if you they will be skillful, they will challenge your design. They will say, okay, this will cause latency issue, this will cause data security issue. So you need to understand those perspective and adapt your system. Final thing is that practice mock interview, because system design is a place where you have to understand what interviewer wants to hear from you. So if you know what interviewer wants from you, then you can easily let them know that okay, these are the things. So system design is like mostly this part is that. Rest of the things, there are online contents and everything which you can read. There are materials on platforms, you can read about it. If you want to crack, like if you're less than 5 6 year 8 year experience, if you want to crack into fang, you have to cover DSA and system design. That you have to keep in mind. You need a good resume to get the interview. Good resume should tell two things: you are a good engineer, and you can crack the interview. Good engineer, basically I'm giving the highlight. Good engineer means you fulfill the requirement of the job. Second thing is that you have done a pretty good job in your previous job by showing your project or by showing your past works. That simple. That's nothing super surprising. Build your network. That there are a lot more recruiter who can follow you, or you can talk to them, or they can have the attention when you post about your projects and everything. They can see, okay, this is something I'm searching for, searching in a candidate. So this could help. That's all. Start your upskilling. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn. uh, I can help you in, maybe I can help you in basic queries, but I'm not sure. But you can reach out to me. We'll move to the Q&A. I will try to conclude Q&A as soon as possible. We'll see. Okay. Q&A is here for you. Maybe we can take some question. You can drop question into your chat window or Q&A. Basically, if you prefer, you can drop it into Q&A. Okay. Hi, Ravi. Okay. Uh, Hello. Now I'm audible. Okay, we can start with the Q&A. Okay, okay. So you can drop your questions into Q&A section and we'll try to answer it. Okay. Okay, I don't see any question. So if you are putting it, okay, fine. Otherwise, you can, if you have any query, you can drop it in. Can people with 8 years of experience also apply, but for SWE or SD2, as there is less system design? Okay, SWE or SD2 role, I'll say it will be hard for 8 years of experience, because SD at age as 8 years of experience, you are expected to be SDE3. Okay. So system design is needed. What you can do, you can try for an SD2. If they do not feel like you have those skill set of system design, they will offer you SD1. Of course, you can try, but there are chances that they will down level you, basically offering you SD1 role, and with promising you that okay, after say within 1 year, if you are able to show the skill set, will promote you to SD2 or SD3. So this is something which is like many people who are coming from the service sector face this thing. So yes, you can get this thing. Okay. How can you show your resume? Okay, maybe I'll share my resume some way, because my resume is not handy with me, so I cannot share my resume right now. But maybe in the next session, or maybe on the LinkedIn, I will post about it. So you can, like, I regularly post about it. You can have it. It is a single page resume. I'll share most of the things about it. Okay. How long it will take for DSA? Uh, sure, I will share on my LinkedIn. How long it will take for DSA? Okay, it takes around 3 months to get used to the basic data structure and algorithm. Basically, after 3 months, you will be easy. Like if you know that priority queue is used, uh, you will easily able to code it. But I'll say the coding skills basically on how much you are practicing those questions. So 3 months is basically you need to prepare a code. Then how much time you will give, it will depend upon it. I'll say mostly 4 to 5 months. Everyone is pretty confident to face an interview, and I've seen people are able to crack big companies in 4 to 5 months. Next question says, there is any where to prepare DSA? Any recommendation on a platform YouTube channel? Okay, DSA, data structure algorithm, there are various online YouTube channel which you can use, which is purely for data structure, mostly for focusing on academic thing. You can use that. Second thing, as a platform you want to practice it is on LeetCode. Use LeetCode, nothing, no other platform. And use discussion portal. So basically, when you try a problem on LeetCode, you are not able to solve it. Go into the discussion portal, see how people have solved it, learn from them, then try to code it yourself. And if you are not able to do it, then uh, you can search the topic or the maybe that problem statement on YouTube. Most of the people must have created video on it, so you can go through those. So do not drop the question if you are not able to solve it. Stay 1 or 2 hours on that, then see the solution and try to do it by yourself. Do not copy paste the solution. That will help you in building intuition that okay, this problem could be solved with this data structure algorithm. Is it necessary to include personal project SDs for SD Sri? Uh, I'll say projects really helps. Yeah, projects really helps in making a case for you. So if you have something which is considered as good, could be considered a good project, add it. Otherwise, experience is enough. But for the freshers, projects are required thing. If you are not freshers, you can show that you have previously worked in certain company as a software engineer. Is it easy for them to like take you? But as a freshers, you need to have a good project on your resume. Without good project, I it will be very hard for people to offer you an interview. So what is the quality of good project? It should be live. GitHub should be public. It should solve a real problem. It should not be like a copy of make my trip, copy of WhatsApp. It should do some real things, and it should work. Basically, maybe there should be a dummy say dummy bot, but it should able to chat. Can you share some project I've shared on my LinkedIn? I really okay, really. I'll share one of the example of good project. So there is a Notion. Notion, what Notion do? Notion is something like a workspace where you can share document, create document, and many companies use Notions. And one of the project which started a year ago, what it did is that you create a Notion page, it will change into the website and it will host it. So anyone who is writing Wikipedia or service agreement, for example, there is an API which is writing a service agreement. He has to write the a service agreement, and it will be launched into the production. This was an individual project started by some person. Now they are charging $5 for a month subscription for a single page. So you can understand there are problems which you can solve. So there are a lot more problem. People are designing new systems, new things. There is scope in AI ML which you can find out. You can like retone a machine learning model. You can solve multiple problems. There are people who have shared a list of projects which I think which is considered good. I've shared on the LinkedIn way back. Maybe I will retweet it, repost it so you can have a look. What which project is more preferred of ML or web development? Sorry, which project is most preferred? More preferred. Sorry. See, it depends upon what you want to become in the next 5 years. So, for example, if you have a software profile, you will get software project. You will get software role. If you have ML project, there are chances that you will get a ML role. So, if you are want to become an ML engineer in next 2 to 3 years, build ML projects. If you want to become a software developer or web developer, you build web development applications. My preference is that I keep a blend of both. Means that, for example, I want a chatbot which can answer core mathematics research, maybe integration based question, which like the person you are used to solve in 12th or 11th, hard problem with explanation. So I will retrain the model on those basis. This ML mathematics stack overflow. I can use those data and train this model and then create a web app on that. So you can use a blend of it. So if you will see, I haven't talked about projects. Means what tech stack to use in the projects, because you will not be judged on the technology. Even in fact, in my complete discussion, stack was like not there. I said that general purpose language will work fine, because most of the companies do not hire Java developer, or do not hire, like most of the big companies do not hire Node.js developer. They hire problem solver. Problem solver is a person who will be responsible for delivering a solution irrespective of tech stack. So when you work with a big company, they will come to you and say that, okay, this is a problem. For example, when I joined YouTube, they said that we want to be a video e-commerce platform in India or in South Korea. So I have a problem extension which is not related to tech, and then you have to you have to choose your stack. So I'll say choose stack with your choice. Maybe JS is people are choosing JS nowadays. You can use JS also. That also works. The thing is that you should choose those technologies which help you grow in your career. Do not choose the technology which will change rapidly. Do not choose the technology which has a pretty limited scope. For example, do not choose any specific thing. For example, if you learn R language, if you learn a specific language which is used is certain use case. If you have chosen R, then you will only be able to find analytical job and apply for it. You will not be able to apply for general purpose one. So use general purpose technology. Choose technology on the basis of your need. If you do not want to have a lot of learning curve, choose JavaScript. uh, you have all the framework in that, you can use them. But I'll prefer to use to make a choice on the problem statement. I will solve a problem which has a significance. So that is my thing. Some resources which can be followed, I'll share something on LinkedIn, as well as there will be something on Coding Ninja platform. So resources are all available. Okay. Hi Ravi, I have experience in networking and support engineering, but I do not have any experience in SDE. Then how can I apply for this job? Okay, networking and support engineering, it is fine. You can if you have less experience, you can apply for SD one. People do not ask for experience to SD one. You can, with like less than year experience, you can apply for SD one. And one thing is that when you are applying, try to build some project. So I'll say you have longer path, 8 to 9 months. First start learning a language, build some project onto that, and side by side do DSA. That's all. Nothing else is required. Of course you will face you will struggle in finding a job, but take any job on the first day which pays decently. Take that job. Then for you, once you join as an SD1, and it will become easy for you to switch from one company to another company. But first start learning a language, doing some DSA, building some project, take any job you get in DSA software field, and then find out like okay, you want to switch to a different company. You can do that also, but first of all find the first job. I hope that helped you. Okay, any more question? Hmm. So fine. Uh, thanks. Thank you all. Like we closed 10 minutes before. Thank you all for joining. And if like I think there's some person joined from the Coding Ninja. They want to share anything. They can take it up from here.
Hi, Ravi.
Uh,
Hi everyone. So in this competitive job market, it's very difficult to get an opportunity, and so we would just take another 5-10 minutes where we will be talking about our job bootcamp.